Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Shelly Stringer, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Wrangle. Shelly coming in hot. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Andrew the Believer, we got fireworks on the board. Christina, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Travis, good morning to you. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Bullish, neutral state, open in position 3 down here. We went up. Shocking. Let's see what we got going on today on this market. Let's go, let's go, let's go. JJ Challenger. Susana Pena. Thank you. Who sent those fireworks? Myvan, thank you so much. Who got those first fireworks? Shelly Stringer. Yes. Good morning, Richard. How are you? Good morning. Whoa, we got some more sparklers. Palo, yes. Good morning, SSS. How are you? Geo, hello. Let's go. Good morning, folks. Gid, no, Gladguard. Hello, Gladguard. How are you, Gladguard? Oh, Powder! Yes. Who's ready for some VIP live training tonight? Who is ready for VIP live training tonight? Who? Show me. Jade, Ramez, Dr. Trades, good morning. Elegant Fitness, good morning to you. We're going to start off this morning with my trade from yesterday. Apple to the moon. Took this reversal right here. Double bottom off 276. Off 276. Back up. One trade. Reversal. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, 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 yes. Chico, quick question. I had 25 shares or something, and now I only have like 2. Why does this happen? Because you lose. Chico losing. Good morning, Marcus. How are you? I'm doing good, my friend. I'm doing good. Carlos, good morning. Yep, we're going to do coin. None. Hello, 8-figure. Yes, it is. Bill Boyle, Myvan, thank you so much. Let's go, let's go. Cheer, 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 cheer. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. We are on every day, Monday through Sunday for you. Good morning, my beauties. How are we? How are we? All we ask that you do throughout the live is donate if and when you can. Tap the screen. Share the live. And let's get to work. Well, today, we are in a bearish neutral state in position 2. We are in the exact opposite of where we were at the open yesterday. So we are in position 2 in a bearish neutral state to the upside here. We are now going to mark out our major support and resistance for you. These are the white lines that are going in. All right, this is major support and resistance. We always come back to our execution time frame to show you these levels. Right now, here, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 1. We got room up to 684. 684 will be our first stop here of resistance on Miss Market. We always start with Miss Market because Miss Market runs the show. Above 684 with a retest, you'll have room up to 685 here this morning on Miss Market. Now, under 679.39, we got room down to 675. That'll be your first level of support here under the whip zone of 675. As we must announce, this is not financial investment or tax advice. Any member who joins our VIP, it does not guarantee any results. The majority of you will still lose in the markets. The markets are hard. You got to have discipline, patience, and you got to pay your tuition into the market. Zen Method, yes, thank you, Zen. Good morning, everybody. CRWV, let's see what we got. Right now, we are in a neutral state on CRWV. We are in a neutral state. Got a double bottom here. All right, here we go on CRWV. We are in this neutral state right here. We're in position one. You do got room up to $84 here on CRWV. Anything to the downside, you want to get under 74.53, and then you will have room down to 73.36. Hello, Ramez, AMD. Over there on the YT, make sure you're hitting that screen. Hit that screen now, please. AMD, we are neutral. Yes, it is. We are in another neutral state here on AMD. How did we do for the first day of December? Were we green? Were we red in the markets yesterday? Put it in the chat. Were we green or were we red yesterday for the first day of December? Mr. Dave, yes it is. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you, Mr. Dave. Red for Bill Boyle, green for Billy Jack. Green, 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 green. Very nice. Flat. All right. Thank you for the follow, Vel. I appreciate you. Who else? Who was green? Who was red in the markets? Mr. Dave with the $1.99. Thank you, my friend. Who else? Green, red. Jessica Petlach was green. All right, AMD, we are in a neutral state right here, okay? Sometimes when you guys pull your charts back and you play games like this, you can make yourself become very narrow very quickly. It's not narrow. It is neutral. You got room up to 238. 238 here on AMD to the upside. Under 217.50, you have room down to 216 and 213.47. It's all right, Jeff. You're new. You're going to have a lot of red days, my friend. The question is, Jeff, will you get through those red days? Will you be able to keep going forward? That is what you have to think about. K. Braden, Luli, we got 5 more fireworks. We got 5 more fireworks. Who's going to get them? The Qs. Let's see. All right, on the Qs, we are narrow here on them Qs. We have a pivot coming up right here at 619.31, okay? We got a pivot coming right up. We're flirting with that pivot currently. All right, on the Qs, as we pull this back, we are in a narrow state. We're in position 2. We need to get over 619.50. So what this needs to look like, my beauties, is we need to get over 619.50. If we get a give back play here, you can beat on that drum up to 625. A give back bar only. Okay? If we get this to the upside and we start getting red, you wait for your pullback and then you wait for your move up. Okay? But you can play the give back bar there on the Qs. Back under 616, under the whole number. We got to get under this whole number. The whip zone right now is 616.13. We don't short into that whole number, right? So as we start coming down, Voss says under 616.13, boom, we do not short into a whole number. How come? Why don't we short into a whole number, traders? Nothing explodes in the markets, my friend. GBGB, you couldn't scream amateur if it was written on your forehead. Why don't we short into whole numbers? I'll wait. Keep cheering. We are at 27,000 only. Let's go. Let's go. We got 3 more fireworks. K. Braden. Jules Swims. Yes. Mr. Dave, thank you so much. Why don't we short into 616? Does anybody know? Support or resistance? Well, yeah. What type of support or resistance? It is psychological support and resistance. The round number is a whole number. It is a major one. Okay, traders? Major, major whole number. So you have to get under it and retest that whole number. If you can hold it, then you could short down to 614. All right? Very good. BYND for the loudmouth. Let's see. Beyond Meat. Penny stock. Yep. Everyone go trade this. All right? BYND is in the penny stock phase of his trading. He was once a options trader, I can almost guarantee you. And he lost in the options market. So now he's moving to the penny stock market because he really doesn't have money to trade to begin with. He's desperate for money. So he's hoping that a penny stock will explode and he's going to trade the low float and lose. So this is what we got. Did I sum that up pretty good, everybody? First of all, BYND ain't going anywhere. Number one, you are in a neutral state. So if you were going to chase this to the upside, you are going to lose. You are in a neutral state, and that's all we're going to say about that. Have fun, my friend. What else are we looking at? Yes, I can sum up someone's life in a matter of a sentence, as my wife always tells me. It's very obvious, folks. Whole numbers are bad, correct. Meta, let's see what we got. Doesn't even know the state of his penny stock. He's going to try to trade that for desperation, and he's going to wind up with a no account in about an hour. He will be broke in about an hour. All right, let's see what we got here. Meta. All right, here we go. Pulling back Meta. Right now, we are in a neutral state on Meta. We are in position 2. You have room up to 645 on Meta, 645, and then 648 here on Meta, okay? That is to the upside. Under 639.40, you have room down to 638 right here, and then you got room down to 633 on Meta. Very good, Richard. Travis, yes. Correct, Flora. Correct. All right, PLTR, let's go. I think he left. He's like, he just summed up my life, man. My ego wouldn't let me believe it, but you're so right, man. You're so right. Why would you do that to me? We are in a narrow state on PLTR. Position 2. The 5 looks good. Our first alert of the day. Whoa. Here we go. Alert on PLTR. Position 2. We're going to mark this support level out right here, right? And then we're going to go up to the hourly, and we're going to dive in here. We are going to dive in. Yes. Oh, we got a double bottom there. Let me get that. There we get that. All right, PLTR. Everyone see NQ yesterday? It went up to each level, like to the penny, and rejected. We are in an arrow state. Position 1. Position 2. We're in position 2. We got room up to 174.50 here on PLTR. It's an alert market. Under 165.73, we have room down to 162. PLTR, the first alert of the day, my beauties. Remember, it's Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Pop-up, candy, and pop-up. Yes. Apple. Remember, my beauties, make sure we finish off that firework. We got one left on the board. All right, Apple, you're in this neutral state. You're in the whip zone. We're not touching this long to the upside. Oh, by the way, everybody, just to let you all know, I told you at the open, remember the 3-finger spread? Yeah. Anyone get this short on GLD yesterday? I basically told you about this, okay? Did anyone short that? Remember? 1, 2, 3. Remember that? Okay. What were we doing? Apple. All right, what do we got here on Apple? But you keep using your RSI, MACD, and all of that nonsense. Neutral state, we are in the whip zone here on Apple. We're going to mark out our major support and resistance. All right, here's where we're at. Neutral. Anything above 283.40, I'm not touching it until I get back to a narrow state. Okay? How do we get back to a narrow state here? How will we get narrow again? Does anybody know? King Romy, 5 minutes. 5 minutes, my friend. It's the one. Okay? Pablo with the follow. Time is one way. What's the other way? Price action. All right? Time and price action. So, in order for this to get narrow, and if we have to worry about time, we have to wait for this. Remember, we talked about this yesterday. We have to wait for this 200 to catch up. That means we're going to chop around until that happens. Or we want violence back to the downside. That is how we want to get back to narrow. All right? So I'm going to bet to the downside on Apple. I am not going to bet up to the upside here on a neutral state. If we don't get violence within the first 5 to 10 minutes of the open, leave it alone, okay, on Apple. XRP. Nick Garner says the news. The news. The more you trade the news, the more you lose. All right, let's see what we got here on XRP. Oh, yeah. The more you trade the news, the more you lose. XRP. All right, we're in a neutral state on XRP above 204.78. You have room up to 206.96. 207 hold number area here in XRP. But we're already neutral, okay? Under 202.17, you're coming back down to 199.35 and 196 on XRP market. Amazon. Amazon, we are narrow. Here on Amazon, we are in position 2 to the upside on XRP. We got room. We have support underneath us here at 236, and we have room up to 239 here on Amazon. Under 233, you have room down to 232. First stop here on Amazon under the whip zone, and then 228.50 on Amazon. 239, 228.50 on Amazon. Microsoft. We are in a narrow state here on Microsoft, and we are in the whip zone. Yes, it is here on Microsoft. Hold on, everybody. 1 second. We got to go get some roses. Go get them, baby. 5 minute looks delicious. Microsoft, our second alert of the day. Alerts on Microsoft. PLTR and Microsoft, you're in the alerts. All right, here's what we got. This is not financial investment or tax advice. These are just levels. You must trade at your own risk. You are solely responsible for your trading. In the simulator, Above 488, you got room up to 490. Above 490 with a retest, your next level is 493 here on Microsoft. Back under the whip zone of 485.72, we got room down to 482 here on Microsoft. Narrow whip zone alert. Nvidia, let's go. We have VIP live training tonight by me at 7 p.m. Eastern Time in the Voss Trading Education Training Room. You must be a VIP member to attend. If you want to become VIP, you are going to head over to thevosstrading.com. Link is in my TikTok and YouTube bio. That is how you get into the VIP and the training tonight. You'll also have access to over 70 hours worth of educational content. You're going to upload your trades. We're going to review them for you as well. We are in a narrow state on Nvidia. We are in position 2 here on Nvidia. As we mark this out in Nvidia, we got some stuff to go over here on Nvidia, okay? So as we pull this back to our execution time frame, we are narrow on Nvidia. All right, we are narrow on the 5 on Nvidia. Look out for Nvidia. Alert. We have an alert out on Nvidia, PLTR, and Microsoft this morning. Okay, narrow states galore here. We got room up to 183 and 185 here on Nvidia. Now, the golden goose is your 200 right here. 181 is your major support level here. All right, I need everyone to listen to me right now. This is your gap up on Nvidia. That's your gap up. Your 50% level is exactly this 200 right now. You see how I saw that as I was marking it out way in advance? If you get under 181 with a retest, you're coming through the wickets. Got it? If you can hold 181, you're looking for your possible longs up to your pivots. Do we got that, everybody? Do I have to repeat that, or are we good? Common sense here. Are we good? Good. Uber, we are narrow on Uber. Is this another one, my beauties? Position 1. Yes, it is. Alert, alert. It is Tuesday in the markets. Tuesdays and Thursdays are our best days. Always remember that. So if you're going to make a living doing trading, you better be awake on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You better eat your Wheaties on these days, folks. All right? Eat your Wheaties. Right now on Uber, we are narrow. We are in position 1, and we got room up to 87.50. 87.50 and then $88 here on Uber to the upside. To the downside, under 86.56, you have room down to 86.33. And then $86 hold number there. If you get under that with a retest, you'll have room down to 85.61. Netflix, thank you for the follows, everybody. I appreciate you. We are at 70,000. Cheers. Yes, it is. Look at Netflix here. So someone asked me recently, would I ever invest? This is not investment trading or tax advice. This is just me talking about me. Would I ever invest in Netflix? And I said, never. Never. Because at the snap of a finger, something can replace it. Think about that. Boom! Netflix is gone. I would never. All right, here we go on Netflix. We are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone above 109.35. We have room up to 111 here on Netflix and then 113 on Netflix. Under 108.51, you'll have room down to 107.50, 107 on Netflix. Good day, Akeem the Dream. How are you? I've been trading Matthew for 21 years. MB Trading, Michael Boss Trading was my first trading software I used. All right, let's see. Tesla. We are in a narrow state on Tesla. Yes, it is. Alert, alert on Tesla. We got another one. We got alerts all over the place here on the Tesla. All right, we gotta be precise here. Hold on, my beauties. We gotta be precise. All right, here we go. Tesla, narrow position 2 on Tesla. First stop, possibly up to 434 on Tesla. This is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for education purposes only. Next stop, 441 on Tesla. Third stop, 445 on Tesla. That's to the upside. All right. Now as we come down the board, under 426. First stop, 421.65. 422. Next stop, 414 on Tesla. Alerts, alerts. Which one of these alerts will you pick? Put it in the chat. Which one of these alerts will you pick this morning, my beauties? GLD, yes. Now, my question to you, my beautiful traders, is this. You picked one just now. Is it one of your 6 to 10 stocks you trade every day? If it's not, you're just gambling. All right, here we go on GLD. You're just chasing. That's all you're doing. Right now, we are in a narrow state on GLD. All right, we are now down in position 3 on GLD, you silly gooses. Did I warn you about this yesterday? Huh? Who warned you about GLD yesterday, everybody? Put it in the chat. Come on. Come on. Come on. Don't be bashful here, okay? It's called market cycle. All right, we're narrow. We're in position 2 to the downside. We're starting to get into 3 area here. So what does that mean? We have our move to the downside yesterday. All right, that's our move right now. We're in a narrow state. We're starting to come down into position 3. Would we short into that whole number? 386 in position 3. Are we shorting into that? Thank you, Matthew, and thank you for being here, my friend. Muck the Duck, coming up, Muck the Duck. No, we're not going to short out of position 3 into a whole number. Okay? So on GLD, you got to find your major support and look back that way. Now, traders, if you're taking a reversal on GLD back to the upside, are you looking to come through all the way to the upside? Yes or no? Are we looking to go to the moon? Sue Felicia says no. Elegant no. Adorable dad. Thank you, Caesar. No, 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 no. Correct, Paulo. Only thing you're looking at is that 50%, 388. That's where you're taking your reversal back to. That's exactly the trade I took on Apple yesterday. That's exactly the trade I took on Apple yesterday. Okay? So you're down here already. You're way down here already. We're not chasing this. We are looking for support to go back that way. Then we look for our short setup. All right? On GLD. 386 will be your first stop, and 384 may be your second stop here on GLD. Now, if we get back over 390, you have room up to 397.51 based on your support and resistance. Okay? So if we go back to Apple, okay? This was Apple. That was the move to the downside. I got in on Apple right here for a reversal. That is my 50%. I got out of Apple right there. All right. Then we got the pullback. See it? Look. We got the pullback. So it's a good thing I got out. All right. Remember, we're not holding this and going to the moon. An amateur trader is looking for this. An amateur thinks they're going to catch all of this. You're never going to catch all of that. Never, never, never in a million years will you stay in for that entire trade. Never. You are looking for a piece of this move. 1 to 3 trades a day and you're done. 1, 2, 3, it's over. Or 1, it's over. Okay? Those who look for this are going to lose in the markets. Got it? Good. Thank you, Ricardo, for the follow. What else are we looking at? Miss Market. Yes, it is. Let's see what we got. All right, SPY. We are in a neutral state, bearish position 2. We got support underneath us here at 681.15. All right. We got room up to 683.64, 684 area, and then 685 here on the SPY. Back under 679.39. Watch your hold number of 679. And then we got room down to 675 here on SPY. All right, we got to get some roses, my beauties. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Gavin, thank you for the follow, Gavin. Appreciate you. Marvel. Google. Yes, Google. Sorry, Muck. I got you. Muck the Duck. All right now on Google, we are in a neutral state. We're in the whip zone currently here on Google. Let's mark out our major support and resistance levels, my beauties. All right, Google-licious. I told you we were getting a pullback on this, too. Say it, remember? Remember we were up here? Nope. Needed that pullback, folks. It's not rocket science. It's called market cycle. We are in a narrow state. We are in the whip zone. Under 313.99. We have room down to 310. 310 will be your first stop. And then 307 here on Google. Okay. Back over 317 on Google. You have room up to 318.50 and 321 this morning on Google. Hello, Only Love. How are you? Good to see you. Yes. IWM. Did I miss that before? I apologize, my beautiful traders. I apologize. All right, IWM. We are in a neutral state. So look, neutral bearish state, and we are in a bullish position. Are you taking that long at the open? Life Wonders. Yes, it is. Riri, hello. Kay, Braden, Chad, Shelly, Adorable Dad, Pop-Pop, Zen. Thank you, my beautifuls. Anthony, are you taking that long at the open based on this setup? Are we looking to go long there? Hell no, John McGarvey says. Hell to the Izzo. No, because your state is bearish, okay? Once you get a narrow state here on IWM, let's put in the rest of our levels. Now, we do have support here, all right? We got support there. Let me mark this out. Bam. 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 Beautiful. Okay, IWM. We got support here. We got a 5-minute 200 at 247 and a hold number. You're going to chop around here for a little bit until that 20 catches up, okay? Then you got room up to 248. 248 will be your first level of resistance. That's what the chart says. Above 248 with a retest, you got room up to 249. That's what the chart says. That's what your price action levels tell you, all right? Back under 245, under the hold number, you got room down to 243. Just be careful of your state here. All right, a lot of people get jammed up in this neutral state, especially when the position is opposite of the state. All right. Q of the COM for my Billy Jack. Billy Jack, are we cheering? Are we hitting that screen, Billy Jack? Yeah. We got some roses. Let's go, QCOM. So I got something funny that I must go over. All right. This might sting a little bit, everybody, but it's for your benefit. So, and then we're going to do QCOM. We have different levels of our trading journey. This is vital. I need you to listen to this. This is more important than any level you're going to get. Okay? Just hold on one second. We got some corgis on the board, my beauties. Let's go get them. During our trading journey, listen to me. You're going to go through phases. You're never going to admit to yourself that you're not good at this. So you're going to switch the instrument. You're going to go from equities to Forex to futures, thinking that is going to set you free. It's not going to. If you suck at trading options, you're going to suck at trading equities. You're going to suck at trading Forex. You're going to suck at trading crypto. You're going to suck at trading futures. Okay? Another thing, traders, your platform during this phase of your journey is irrelevant. If you think you're going to switch from this one to that one, all you're doing is trying to protect your ego that you suck at this. So instead of diving in and studying, you're jumping around to the next best thing. Let me try DAS. Let me try TradingView. Let me try this. Let me try that. Let me try futures, Forex, deck of cards, anything that protects that little ego of yours. Okay? Stop it. Own it. Own it. Own it. QCOM, narrow stay position 2. First stop, 169. 169, above 169 with a retest, Billy Jack. You have room up to 172. You spend more time on bullshit and wasting time setting up my new platform because it gives you that dopamine and that stimulus that you're looking for, because you're losing in the market is not. So you're looking for something new. Oh my God, I can't wait to set up my new charts. And then what happens? You trade, you suck again, and then what do? I'm going to try Forex. Under 167.77, you have room down to 166.50 and 165. Whoa, here on QCOM. We got 3 corgis on the board. Who's going to get them? Did I just hit home, everybody? Did that sting a little bit? Supposed to. All right? It's supposed to. I'm good, Ray. How are you? Truth. Yep. And then, and it all, look, let me draw this out for you. Here's your trading. That's you. You suck at equities. You go to futures. You suck at futures. You go to options. Then penny stocks. Look, then we're our software. We're going to change our software. Then we're doing this. We're doing that. We're doing this. And after doing all of this, you still have a sad face. Because while you wasted time doing that, you could have been trading, sucking it up, learning from your mistakes, and moving on. That's essence of what you're doing. Daniela Shelley Stringer. That's what you're doing. Marvel. Yes, that's what I forgot. Let's do it, Marvel. You think you figured it out by changing the instrument or the software. Woo! It's a tough game, babies. This is a tough game, that's for sure. Yep. You know what the hardest thing to do in trading is? What is the hardest thing you can do as a trader? And then we're going to do Marvel. What's the hardest thing? Give up, chase losses? Nope. Be patient? Nope. Wait? Nope. Vega with the glowing jellyfish. Life wonders, thank you. The hardest thing to do as a trader is to walk away when you had a losing day. Fit Wakely with the $2 super. I'm going to say that one more time. The hardest thing to do as a trader is to walk away when you had a losing day. When you follow your rules and your rules say, time to walk away, you get up, you walk away, you pick your head up, and you treat your family just like if you just won $1 billion. Because most people have losing days in the market and they treat their family like crap because they are mad at their ego, they're mad at themselves. Can you follow your trading rules, get up, shut it down, and go treat your family just like you would if you just won $1 million? Who can do that? Who can do it? Marvel, narrow, position 2. You got room up to $94.37 and $98. Okay? Under $90.98, we got room down to $89.50 and $87 on Marvel. Oracle. They didn't tell you to be a trader. They may not even be supporting you as a trader. They may be laughing at you as a trader. You got one job. You know what that is? Prove them wrong. Narrow on Oracle, position 2. You got room up to 206. Watch this hold number coming out of position 2. Thank you, Pedro. Above 206 with a retest, you got room up to 210. Okay? Under 250 cents, you got room down to 197 and 194. Tonight, we got VIP live training. We do psychology in there as well. So brace yourself. TheVossTrading.com is where you're going to go to get into the VIP. That is where we're going to train you mentally, physically, on how to trade the markets. All right? This is where you're going to go. Cupcake says, truer words were never spoken. I just subscribed because of what you just said, Pedro. Thank you, everybody. Just honest. I get it. About 10 years ago, after I lost in the market, I would walk upstairs and be mean to everybody around me. Whoever dared call me first was in trouble. And then the next day, if I had a good day in the market, that same person called me, they thought I was insane. Then it got to the point where they knew if I had a good day or a bad day in the market. Nope. You got to fix that. Coin, let's go. Did I do Oracle? Narrow state, 206. And then, yeah, we did this. Okay. Coin. See, people don't realize the psychological part of trading is the hardest part. That's what you should be working on the most. The price action is price action. It's market cycle. It's the psychological part that people struggle with. I just posted this in the VIP. They just did a study on it. And out of the 4 criterias of traders, 4 of them are all psychological based. The top ones. We are in a narrow state. We are in position 2. You got room up to 270. 270 on coin. 270 is your stop on coin. Back under 266, you got room down to 263 and then 260.50 on coin. What's that website again? You're going to head over to TheVossTrading.com. That's where the VIP is, my traders, right there. MSTR, you got it. We got one more Corgi. Hello, my Corgi. Let's go. Who's got my Corgi? Nobody? We are in a narrow state on MSTR, position 2. We got support here. 176 support. You got room up to 187 and 194 on MSTR. All right. Under 162, you got room down to 155.50 and then 155. Let's go. Let's go. What do you use for blue SMS? I use green SMR. It is time. We got a wizard, baby. CCXN. What do you use for blue SMS? We use green SMR. Let's go. That is the wizard of the day. Soki says MSTR to 200. Let's go. Soki, you've been here a long time. Come on, Soki. And your Sposh, J.O. Haba, Riri, Mighty, thank you so much. We got one more. Karji, let's go. Finju, Lama, yes. Thank you, Finju. Thank you, Anya. Spaceballs, it's one of my favorite movies. Spaceballs is one of my favorite movies of all time. What's on watch today? You're a little late, Raz. Who got it? 8-figure goat, a.k.a. I think the facial blaster. Thank you, facial. Thank you, 8-figure. All right, let's see what we got here. INTC coming up. Ba-bum, bum, 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 bum. All right, INTC. We are in an arrow stay position 2. We got room up to $41, $41, and then $42 here on INTC. Back under $39.82, we got room down to $38.50. Mark that down. PLTR, Kenny, you got it. PLTR. PLTR, we are in a narrow state. We're in position 2. We have support here, my beauties, right here, 169. You got room up to 174.50. All right, 174.50. Under 165.73, we have room down to 162 here on PLTR. Yes, it is. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Stir it, babies. Stir it. Sonia, the Q's. All right, we're narrow. We are in position 2 with support underneath us here at 619.50. You got room up to 625 here on the Q's. All right, 625. Back under 616, Sonia, under the whole number. You got room down to 614.37. Adobe. Adobe. All right, Adobe, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 to the upside. Our state is bearish, so you know what to do there. You have room up to 326 here on Adobe. 326 will be your first level of resistance. Back under 321.86, we got room down to 321 and 320. Wassman with the follow. Sonia, are you tapping that screen, Sonia? Or are we just asking? Apple, Roma. Roma. Whoa, let's go back and do that again. We are in a neutral state here, okay, on Apple. We are in the whip zone. Am I taking this long to the upside? No, I'm not even looking at long. I need to get, this has to get back to narrow before I touch this thing. All right. So either through price action or time. If I have to wait for time to get Apple back to narrow, I'll be done trading for the day. I would have traded my other 6 to 9 stocks already. So I'm not a big fan of Apple today. Okay. And you shouldn't be either. Nurse Mac. Hello, Nurse Mac. Thank you. RN Nurse, too. Everyone right now, W in the chat for the nurse. Everybody, that is a hard job, my friends. Thank you for what you do, especially ER. Everybody, W for the nurse in the chat. Above 390.08, you have room up to 397.51 on GLD. Currently, you are in a narrow state. You're in position 1, 2 to the downside. 386 and 384 will be your levels to the downside. Is Amazon in the whip zone? Let's see. No, Amazon is up in position 2 with 236 support underneath you here on Amazon. You will have room up to 239 on Amazon, all right? Under 233, you got room down to 232 on Amazon. Christian Nunez, Weeble. You're in a neutral state here on the Bull of Wee. All right, neutral state currently. You are in position 1 on Weeble. Let's see what we got. Weeble, neutral state. You got room up to 940 and 950 here on Weeble, okay? Back under 909, you got room down to 880. Powder, can you give me the ATR on Weeble, please, if you don't mind? What is the ATR on Weeble? Logan, we have a lot of things on watch. A lot. Tesla, let's see what we got. Let's finish off those last rose gold, my beauties. Let's finish it off. What is Weeble? $0.55. 905. Who the hell got 905? It's a $10 stock. It's 55 cents, Weeble, and you're trading that. Yikes. What are you doing? Hello? Hello? What are you doing? 55 cents. Jesus. All right, NQ. Above 25, 423, 25. You got room up to 25, 25, 494 on NQ. 25, 494. Back over 25, 494. You have room up to 25, 655 here on NQ. Back under 25, 361.75. You got room down to 25, 270. Barista will get in the VIP. Link is in my YouTube profile. MU for Johnny Donna. Johnny Donna. VIP members, you remember when you first started trading the large cap stocks and mid cap stocks? You remember how fast they were for you in the beginning? A lot of you were like, oh my God, I can't trade this. It goes too fast. And what did I tell you? In your simulators, you trade in the simulator, everything will start to slow down for you, right? Has it started to slow down for you now, VIP? Put yes or no in the chat over on YT and over here on TikTok. Has it slowed down for you, yes or no? Remember how fast it used to be? Listen, would you? We are in a neutral state here on MU. Above 241.23. You have room up to 250. 250 on MU. Back under 238.50, you got room down to 235 and 231. When you first drove on a highway, wherever you live, remember how fast it was when you got on the highway the first time? Cars are passing by. You're trying to merge on. And you're like, look, you were doing this. Ready? Let me show you. You were going. Oh my God, the cars are going so fast. Oh, I can't go from the slow lane. You got to get over. I'm not moving from the first lane. I can't move over to another lane. I'm too scared. And now most of you are driving like this. Look, you shouldn't be doing this ever. What'd they say? Remember? I know. AMD. I know. Same thing with trading. It slows down. Right now, we're in a neutral state. Yes, it is. We are in position 2. Did I miss a level here? Hold on. I did. All right, hold on. My love. All right, then we're good. All right, AMD. Neutral state. Your first stop is 225. AMD, 225. Mark that down, my beauties. Back over 225 with a retest. Then you have room up to 238.50. Okay? Now, coming back to the downside here, under 217.50, you have room down to 216 and 214. They slow down in the left lane. Yep. Now it doesn't move fast enough. Yeah. I hear you. Voss. The good old, there it is, the pharmaceutical penny stock. There it is. I told you. They love them pharmaceuticals. It's going to be the next breakout, man. It's going to make me more beautiful than I am. All right, neutral state here on gas. Above 322, you can fight for those pennies up to 328 and 341 here on gas. If your broker has shares available to short, under 310, you got room down to $3. Hello, Jer Fonseca. AAL. AAL. Right now, you're in a bearish neutral state. You're in position 2 on AAL. You got room up to $14, $14.12 and $14.25 on AAL. Back under $13.90, you got room down to $13.50 and $13.43 on AAL. Folks, the reason why you get a lot of these 14.24s, 13.55s, 13.43s is because the ATR on these stocks are poopy. All right, we need to finish off those roses, my beauties. Let's go. We're going to do roll call. 6, thank you so much, my brother. Shelley Stringer, Junior, Myvin. Bill Boyle, Ballo, JDM, Powder, Jules, Marcus, User, 8 Figure, None, Measy, KK, Hammer, Zen, Daniela, Mr. Dave, Luli, K. Braden, Sue Felicia, George, Candy, Pop Pop, Marcus, Tanya, Andrew the Believer. Let's see, who do we... Chad, Riri, Life, Vega Vague, User, Life Wonders, Finjo Lama Jr., Mighty, Hammer, Striker, Anya Spots. Thank you. 3Bez, Adorable Dad, Francis Elio, yes it is. Alan, Mig Thuya. Thank you, Mig Thuya. I appreciate you. Omar, Ochi Girl. Thank you, everybody, for all the donations today. Remember, come on, we're almost there with the roses. Keep going. We're almost there. Go. We have VIP live training tonight in the VIP. Link is in my YouTube and TikTok bio, or just go to www.thevosstrading.com. VIPers, we'll see you in the VIP chat here in 2 minutes, and we'll see you tonight. Come on, Zen. We're almost there. We're almost there. Help, Zen. Help, Zen. Yes, it is. Thank you, everybody. Much love to you. Much love to you. Thank you. Have a good one. How much available cash? 0. You're going to trade in the simulator.